Welcome back, subscribers, and welcome new viewers to June's general monthly reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, North or South nodes of the Moon. And like always, I want to thank each and every one of you who have subscribed, who like and share my videos, because that helps my whole channel, to circulate out to more and more individuals just like you who need this information. And I want to give, again, another special thanks to all of you who have supported me and continue to support me through your comments, through your donations. I really, really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, because you have enabled me to finally put together a book, my first book, put with all of my past experiences and knowledge that I've gained through the years, through those experiences. And it has everything to do with astrology, of course. And putting all that together, and I've done it. And now I'm in the process of the publishing process. I have never done this. Like I said, this is my first time. Don't know how to do this. Don't know the costs, but I want to put it in a physical book. I just feel very strongly, for one, to have a physical something that can be kept, one can have forever and ever. And then, of course, for those of you who prefer the ebook, I will have that as well. Don't have any idea what either one costs, how to do that. I'm researching that, and so wanting all of you to know that any of your donations from here on will assist me in publishing this book, this very much needed, invaluable, detailed information to get out. So I'm thanking all of you ahead of time. And I want to also, I don't know yet again whether I can, each one of you who physically donate a specific amount, at a specific amount, I don't know, it keeps $30, $35, $50. I'm not sure whether I can give you a free copy or discount your copy. I will know later on as I get further into this and the pricing of all of that. Again, thank you, all of you. And the title of my book is My Life Journey and True Ancient Astrology. Okay, so let's get started really quick. I'm going to go through. We have several retrograding planets transiting, and 3 moons, 2 new and 1 full. So let's get into that. Again, if you've already listened to my May monthly reading, then you heard me say there is a new moon. You probably already know. I'm taping today on May 28th. And so it's just a couple days away on May 30th. And it will be in Gemini, 9 degrees. And then the full moon will be in June on the 14th. And that will be in Sagittarius, 23 degrees. And then the second new moon will be the end of June on the 29th in Cancer, 7 degrees. Okay. And then the first retrograde will be Saturn on June 4th in Aquarius at 25 degrees. And then that will last the whole month of June. Then we have, of course, Pluto is still retrograde in Capricorn, your sign. It's 28 degrees most of June, as it was this May. And then it will go 1 degree less, 27 degrees by the end of June. We have, let's see, any more. Oh, yes. Transiting North Node is in Taurus, and it will go retrograde on the 12th of June at 22 degrees. And then Neptune will be retrograding on the 27th of June in Pisces, 25 degrees. And then we have one planet, Mercury, which is still retrograde right now, but will be going direct on June 3rd at 26 degrees Taurus. And then last but not least, we have two planets, Mars and Jupiter. They are actually right now, today, and they started a couple days ago on the 25th of May, a close conjunction, and both in Aries. And that will continue through the first week, possibly week and a half of June. Okay, so with that being said, Capricorns, let's get to your reading. Let's start with an astrological card for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, North or South nodes of the Moon. And again, Capricorn, if this reading isn't meant for you this month, then you might want to check your moon sign, rising, and or your north or south nodes of the moon. Okay, let's go for Capricorn. What do they need to know? From now, the 28th of May, through the end of June for Capricorn. Whoa. Okay. Wow. That's a lot. But I'm going to go for that. Well, that's what came out. So let's see what has to say for you. The 6th house. Okay. The 6th house is the natural house of Virgo. And that has to do with health. That has to do with being of service to others. And your daily routine. The moon, okay, I just spoke of the moons. We have 2 new moons and 1 full moon. All right, so that apparently the moon, and some of you might have planets or a significant planet or your nodes of the moon in Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is also, the moon is very, the new moons and the full moon are essential for Sagittarius as well, so you might want to check out that reading if that sounds right for you. Cancer. So specifically for you Capricorns, and Cancer opposes anything you have in Capricorn. You also may have some planets in Cancer. And then also I wanted to say that for some of you, specifically the new moon in Cancer at the end of June, on June 29th. And that will be in, of course, Cancer, 7 degrees Cancer. So you might want to look on your natal wheel to see where your Capricorn placement is. Is it close to opposing degree-wise? I'm getting some of you might have whatever planet you have in Capricorn, it will be close to 7 degrees or 7 degrees. I'm getting 6 degrees, 8 degrees, 9, 10, 11, 12 even. That's for some of you. That's just a side note. But that will be very significant if that is the case, because that means it's opposing the new moon. And so you will want to check then, if that sounds right for you, what that means for you specifically. Okay. If you'd like to ask me, send me an email and let me know. I will need your natal wheel information so that I can pull up your exact natal wheel for you. But I would be happy to do that and just do a quick check and give you a write-up on that, and I would send that back to you through an email. Okay, and then the last card that came out. So I'm noticing you have 2 water, actually 3, because the moon is water. That's significant for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and then you have Cancer, and then you have Scorpio. So let's even just say moon Pisces. So you could have any of those planets too. And I'm also getting too that you could be particularly emotional this month, and especially around. Some of you are going to especially be particularly emotional around the new moons and or the full moon, or all of them. You're extra sensitive to the moon times, or maybe if you're not normally, these 3 moons. Yeah, okay. I'm also getting that some of you could be this now, as you are listening to this video. I'm drawn to the Scorpio again. Scorpio has to do with Pluto is the planet for Scorpio and the 8th house, but specifically Pluto I got, which means digging to the depths to get to the root truth, whatever that means for you in your personal life, in your natal wheel specifically. Absolutely. I'm getting some of you are going to be drawn to going into the depths now around this time. So about something in your life, and I just sensing that you're going to be drawn to your natal wheel because you can't find it any other way. And so, and that will get you straight, it'll cut to the chase of specifically if you're looking at if you choose, and it sounds right for you, your node's the moon, your south node. And that will get you straight to that subconscious programming that you were given at birth. And that you, again, it's subconscious, so you don't know this yet, but it is a cycle, it is a program, it is something that makes you feel like you're going to get all your needs met, but it doesn't work out that way. And so I'm getting, if you're drawn to that and this is right for you, I'm getting the idea, the feeling that, excuse me, you have gone through a certain cycle, you've cycled many times, and you are becoming consciously, or you have just become consciously aware that this is a cycle, and this, you've had it, this is enough. It's like the word unbearable for you. So you are now ready to cut the cord of that cycle and find out once and for all where that comes from. And again, you will absolutely find that out, and you will be able to take care of it and move forward in your life 100%, absolutely, for sure, by completing and working through and becoming aware of, first becoming aware of your south node. So, okay, that's awesome. Congratulations, all of you, or a specific, whoever that is, viewer, congratulations. I'm very, very proud of you. And if you need any of my assistance, please let me know. Send me an email. I would be happy to, okay, assist you. This is why I started my channel. Okay, so let's now, oh, I'm being drawn to the same deck I used for Sagittarius again. You could have Sagittarius in your chart. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, so you have the 4 of Cups and the 9 of Swords. So the 4 of Cups, I'm seeing some of you are, you have your normal daily practice has everything to do with meditating or spending that time with yourself to do the best that you can to stay balanced, your energies to stay balanced, and taking the time to tune into you. And that's very positive, and that's always good, and that's tremendous. And maybe even more this month, I'm getting for some of you to do that. Or if, again, you're already doing that, that's going to benefit you tremendously. So you will absolutely continue that because that's your routine. And some of you, you're going to add that to your routine. Sixth house, your health, because you are finding out, again, you're realizing you're feeling more emotional and out of control, some of you. And so that will absolutely benefit you to balance yourself, balance those emotions. Nine of Swords. Again, these are tough emotions. You're out of sorts. The swords are, maybe you're having a lot of round and round thinking in your mind. Negative thoughts, negative thinking coming into your, that are self-sabotaging. I just got for someone. Or having bad dreams that are putting you in a bad mood or putting you in some negative state of mind that you're having trouble getting out of. It's creating this web of delusion for yourself where it's, I'm getting, your transformation is getting stuck. You're stuck. There's a butterfly. If you can see that butterfly, it's caught in that web of illusion, delusion, the swords, the thoughts, the mind processes, whatever's happening for you. And you, of course, want out of that, and you need out of that. But something is keeping you stuck. And so what I'm getting, for those that's correct for, the Scorpio energy, the Pluto, the only way that you will be able to get out of that cycle, that web of destructiveness or cycle that keeps sending you round and round and not allowing you to transform like you want to into something new, and is by going to the depths. Okay, so these feelings that are coming out, and this is what I got, I didn't say it, but the feelings that are coming up for you, these emotions, they are essential. Even though they're unbearable and this cycle is unbearable, you have gone through that cycle and gone through similar, for those of you that have gone through similar cycles, not all of you necessarily, maybe it's unbearable now, this huge cycle, and you just can't get yourself out of it. These emotions are coming up for a reason, and you're stagnated for a reason. And so you're being called, your higher self, the universe, however you want to see that, is calling you. It's needing you to dig in deep and find that root solution to where these emotions are coming from, where they originate from, so that you can go beyond them. You can choose a different path, because right now you are being controlled by this subconscious programming. And Capricorn, again, I'm an astrologer, if you don't already know, of 27 plus years, and so I do know what I'm talking about. And so if you are in this situation, I cannot stress more strongly that the way out, once and for all, is bringing that South Node, that program, that cycle, that blockage out into your conscious awareness so that you can take care of it once and for all. And those of you that do have your nodes of the moon and you're feeling this, then pull and if listen to my videos, if that's where you were first introduced, or you knew about your nodes of the moon, if I've sent you written copies of your nodes, read them again. There's something in it that will be lit up for you, and you will see that you haven't seen before, because it takes many times reading, not just one, to read and to listen to outer nodes of the moon. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Absolutely. Oh, okay, here's another card. Yeah, Five of Cups again. See, you're really, these negative emotions, these thoughts, it's just, again, confirming what I was just saying about the thoughts that are going around, cycling in your head, are negative thoughts. They're taking you and keeping you in this Five of Cups, depressed, uncertain, low self-esteem, debilitated state. No matter how much you try to get in balance in whatever way that you, whether it's meditating or you're trying to get yourself up, you can't, you're stuck. You're stuck. But again, it's through astrology. I don't know any other way. Through astrology and your nodes of the moon. And maybe there's a transit I'm getting to for some of you. That's what's triggering these emotions, which is a good thing. It is doing that, again, for your benefit, even though it doesn't feel good. But it's bringing this out, or it's trying. The transits come around to get us to awaken us. That's what they're here for. And so these emotions, or that emotion, whatever it may be, is being triggered for a reason, because it's something that needs to be addressed. That's what I'm getting very strongly, Capricorns. And I'm being called to say, if this isn't you, okay, that's no problem. Check your moon, your rising, or your nodes of the moon reading if you'd like to. For a few of you, this could be confirmation from what you have been going through. But most of you that are still listening, and it's, as you know, it's present time. Okay. There is, see again, wow. And I just said, for some of you, you've been going through this and you're at the end, or you've just completed that. Here, Nine of Cups. It just came out showing you that you're at the end. It's confirming, yes, you're at the end. You've done it, or you're almost there. Keep going, and this is where you're headed. This is what your completion is. Nine of Cups, which is your heart's desire, which is complete emotional fulfillment, away from the Five of Cups. It's the opposite of the Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords also has to do with you're ending a cycle. For some of you, a very hard cycle. So that's absolutely so. And if you're still in it, this is where you're headed. Keep going. Keep going. This is the desired outcome, of course. Emotional fulfillment, happiness, bliss, transformation. Okay, any more cards? We get some, let's see. What are we at here? Anything else? For Capricorns. Okay, so I feel like we need to get some more details. Do I want to keep this? Okay, I'll keep this same deck. But let's get some more details on this. starting with, yep, the Four of Cups. Yeah, Five of Wands. Wow, it's just confirmation again. It's just the Five of Wands underneath the Four of Cups, which is just confirming to me what I've already said, that some of you, as much as you are doing your best to stay balanced, uh, despite all that has worked in the past for you, it's not working. It's not working. You're still having this conflict, this inner conflict, these thoughts, these negative thoughts, this fighting, whether it's fighting internally with you back and forth, or physical fighting, or maybe this imbalance is creating physical arguments, conflict in your outer world, in your environment. And you just can't, you can't shake it, is what I'm getting. You just can't shake it. Well, again, I know I sound like a broken record. I'm sorry if I do, but for those of you that haven't checked out your astrological chart, and if you have, there is still something, and you haven't, and you're still in this. Again, and you have your nodes of the moon, and you've been reading your nodes of the moon, okay? You keep doing that, but there's something else. There's something else in your natal wheel. And again, it is definitely then a transit or something you haven't seen yet, and something else that needs to be addressed. And then I'm seeing, as soon as you do that, as soon as you read that, you're going to, that's the key you need. That's what you needed, that piece of information to be able to move forward into the Nine of Cups. That's just what I'm getting for some of you, or a specific individual. You will know again. And if you need my assistance, you want my assistance, you don't have to come to me, of course. You can go to any astrologer, whoever you feel comfortable with. Okay, yes, all right. So, yes. So, then some of you have been working through this Nine of Swords. In any case, wherever you are on your journey, whatever part of the path, whatever's going on, this is your end result. The Empress, of course. This is where you will end up. This is what you've been seeking. Complete, loving, peaceful, harmonious balance between you, your environment, between you and all of creation. And I'm being drawn to, there is a moon, full moon in the background. Full moon. Well, I said full moon first. Again, just like I said full moon, some of you might want to watch Sagittarius. I said the same thing first. Full moon first. And again, the full moon is in Sagittarius, but it could be a new moon for some of you, the moons. But it doesn't have to be in general. This is the Empress energy, is what you're striving for. That's your personal star that's guiding you, your North Node star. Okay, North Node, that's your blessing. That's your blessing. And of course, in astrology, that is everyone's blessing. Once you have completed and worked through your South Node properly, the blessing for doing that is your North Node. North Nodes automatically feel scary, feel like that's not the way to go, but that is actually and absolutely your heart and soul's desire and blessing in this life. Wow. Maybe check out your nodes of the moon for some of you. Reading. Monthly reading. Okay. Yeah. So Three of Swords under the Five of Cups. Some of you, it has everything to do with a really heartfelt bad memory, something that really stabbed you hard and really just a minute. A lot of crying, depression, but crying, uncontrollable crying, and just deep, deep, heartbroken sorrow. So it's some type of relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be friendship, family, but but I'm getting past, it's in the past, and it also could be having to do with ancestral past for a few of you, for some of you, especially if you have an opposition, if you have anything in Cancer, or you have anything in your fourth house, or you have your Chiron in Cancer or the fourth house, because Cancer and the fourth house have everything to do with ancestral past, and that would mean something was passed down ancestrally, familially, and you will know what that is by taking a look at your natal wheel and your parents' natal wheels, if you don't already know. And maybe that is what is stuck that you haven't gotten to the bottom of yet for some of you. And it could very well absolutely have to do with south nodes, because that is one main thing that gets passed down, besides planets and house placements. They all do. But that's my expertise, nodes of the moon. And I definitely know, experiential wise, and this is why I wrote my book, and what my book has certain experiences, detailed experiences, and then I put that together with my nodes of the moon, because it was something that was passed down from my great 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 grandfather and great great grandmother, having everything to do with my node, my south node. So I do know this, what I'm talking about. So if that sounds right for you and you want to reach out to me, I would be happy to help you. Again, this is why I started my channel. I can do a natal interpretation for you of your natal wheel if you like. I can do a tarot readings. I provide those. Astrological tarot readings as well. Okay. If any of you wish that. Yes, okay. But with all of this, whether it's in the past, you've handled it, you're at the end of your journey, or you have just completed it, you're ready for a new cycle, or anywhere, the end result is Empress, Nine of Cups, strength. Whatever you've endured, or whatever you have yet to endure and experience, will make you stronger. That's what it's for. That's the positive that you can gain, and you will gain through those experiences, past, present, future, and wisdom. And you just come out, your soul being strong, secure, courageous, wise, loving, compassionate, empathetic. And some of you might already know that you are empaths. So that's your strength. And that's what you will know this, and you will be thankful for your empathic abilities. For those of you that rings true for, that's beautiful. Okay, so let me see. I still have a little time. Let me end the reading with, let's pull some cards from my I think it's 7 energies deck. 7 chakra energy deck, something like that. And see what comes out for you. Give a little more information for my Capricorns before I sign off. Trying to keep the, okay. All right, so let's see, Capricorn. What else can we tell our beautiful Capricorns who have gone or are still going through the muck of these yucky but also invaluable emotions? Okay. This card is number 35, and that also breaks down to an 8. Getting the picture of the infinity sign in my head. That could be significant for some of you. And it says a tall tale. So what first came to me is that some of you are or will be uncovering, going back to your family situation. There is a tall tale that was told in your family in some way, and there's an untruth about it. There's something that, or if it's not an untruth, there's something that still needs to be uncovered about that story, about that information that maybe you've already received some information. You've been digging into your past and your family, but there's something that you don't know about yet that is a key element for you in order to be able for you to move forward, specifically because, again, if it's familial, it has everything to do with a memory, a feeling that was passed down to you from a past family member that you either are seeing as only yours, specifically your feeling, and you've been trying to place it in your life, and it's just not, you can't place it. It just comes out of nowhere. And or you keep having that same, it has to do with your South Node, and it has to do with your South Node. You've read that, but you still can't, it's still cycling. It's because there's some information, some key piece of factual truth that you haven't been able to get to yet. And again, this is a general reading. It's going to be different for all of you why you can't get to this. But I'm still seeing that a key piece, if it definitely is past memory, is the only way that I know of to get to that, unless someone remembers in your family. You can speak to that person or you can recall that. But if it didn't happen in your lifetime and it's actually a passed down memory, then you won't be able to get to that unless you might, some of you who are empathic, you might be having a dream, or you might be having recall, and you might even be thinking that this is something that happened to you in your life and it didn't. And or if you already know it didn't happen to you, I'm getting some of you aren't believing. You're not believing what your intuition is telling you. Others, I'm getting the idea that for those of you, again, that are having those dreams or will have a dream or these visions, whether they're day visions or flashes or whatever they are, write them down. I'm just getting write them down. Even if you're not believing it, it's coming to you for a reason. And there is truth there for you, and it's trying to you are trying to tell yourself something, or that memory is surfacing, it got triggered, and it's surfacing for a reason because it has a key piece in your life this time, and for you to uncover so that you can move forward, whatever that means for you. Okay, so that's all I have. I'm looking at the time. I don't want it to stop. It's about ready to stop on me, so I will end the reading there. And again, if any of you want to reach out to me, I'd be happy to assist you in any way I possibly can. Okay, until next time.